very good morning everybody. Sunday the 27th of October 2019, and you join me right next door to the entrance of the North Pier, and I can show you a scene of the Irish Sea showing what it can do. Firstly, I wish to thank everybody who watches these videos. Thank you all very much, each and every one of you. It means so much to me to know that you have viewed these videos. And secondly, thank you for joining me today. Now this is my Sunday review and survey. This video only contains visits on 2 days. The 2 days are obviously today and Thursday. I have clips from that as well. So again, as said, only contains visits to our usual sites. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you back to Thursday to show you all what happened on our visits on that Thursday, and then after that it will be the Sunday survey. Thank you to everybody once again, and I do hope that you enjoy this video. A very good morning to everybody. Thursday the 24th of October 2019, and I would like to introduce this video, which is all about us visiting our usual venues. Would like to thank everybody who watches these videos very much. Thank you again all, every single person of you, I thank very much. So we start our tour. I'm just going to go outside now to start our tour, firstly of the Premier Inn. Here we are outside now with a full view of the rear of the Premier Inn, and I can now show you what's happened over the last couple of days here. Can you see all that scaffold there? That nearly now reaches the top. Now this complete section of scaffolding is for a hoist, which has to be built to take all the necessary equipment up to all the various floors. Now in front is that Stewart energy generator. This is needed to actually power the hoist. I believe I can show you all the connections here. A very large piece of equipment this. So once the hoist has actually been built to go up here, that generator which you've just seen will be the power source for it. I'm just walking along with views of the inside of the rear of the Premier Inn. I'm hoping that this camcorder can pick up something, but as you can see, there's the wire safety netting still in place. There's that lovely sandstone actual brick there that rests against the facing bricks. And we are at the end of the rear now, a view now of the side elevation, which is all covered up, as you can see, with scaffold, which is a good sign of making excellent progress within this build. The start of the view of the front of this Premier Inn, and what you can notice straight away is the vast amount of that sandstone all in place now. Walking along now, and you can see an area of facing bricks, and then that is joined again with an area of that sandstone. And of course here will be the entrance of the hotel and of the restaurant. So there we have our visit to this Premier Inn this morning, Thursday the 24th of October 2019. Excellent progress here. For our next visit, I'm very pleased to show this. Now we are right against the church. Now viewers of this channel will know that outside this church there has remained a snagging area for quite a while. However, that has now been resolved. I think last Sunday it showed 2 areas here awaiting attention. Well, those 2 areas have now received that, and in front you can see those 2 areas covered in a very special black concrete. That's what it is. It's now all fully covered with this special black concrete, and you can see now 2 contractors just cleaning up after this operation. They're just moving the protective sheeting there while they clean off with that water pressure hose. There we are, a full-on shot of what's going on. And in front is the actual vehicle that is controlling this. So this snagging area is now completely finished. No more problems remain here. Very much like the other snagging area outside Markelly's. These 2 areas all completely attended to now. And our next venue is here. There we are, we're going up here and also to Edward Street. A lot's happening up here. It is again a lovely morning. Approaching about 11:30 now. And just reached now where all the work is taking place. I again show you the first layer of tarmac for the road with the curbs either side. Making our way up now. All the gas pipe work here in this trench. And there on the corner is the mystery shop of Black's, just closed up many weeks ago, and nothing known. Oh yes, all nicely covered up now. And across the road you can see all the barriers. Anti-terrorist barriers. Working our way right up now. Just show you where we are. There we are. We're right outside the Washington Brick House now. And right at the end now, here we are. And the view now of the complete road. From the top right down to where we started at Abingdon Street. Right the way down. We'll walk you down the other side now. We won't get completely to Edward Street. I will have to go round the block to get there, but I'm going to walk you down the other side. There's all the shops that we see. Yes, this is going to look very nice when it's finished. Now this is as far as I can get. To get to Edward Street, what I've got to do now is just simply walk down here, and I will see you at the other end of Edward Street. Welcome back, and we are now at the entrance of Edward Street, one of the two entrances of Edward Street. There is a lot of plant machinery on the move down here, and the pavement that I usually walk down for safety reasons has been closed up. So the two ends of Edward Street are both closed today. So what I can do is to just show you a view of the length and what's going on, hopefully, of Edward Street today. There we are, there's a complete shot of the length of the road, and I can show you this. Now that's that sign and print shop, and next door we can see progress now made of the new business that will be opening up here. The old signs taken down of the hair and beauty shop. I'm told that it is a vegetarian cafe opening up. I would like to show you this, a new poster here showing what the road will look like on completion. Please notice the trees. We have now arrived at the first of two sides of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel. The ground floor now completely opened up. You can see right the way through from this side to the other side. At the moment, the contractors are on their lunch hour. That is why you're not seeing too many of them about at the moment. But there are a lot here. Reached the end of this first side here, and we find ourselves right on the promenade. So I'm going to carry on our tour. We're now going to take in a view of the front, and a very interesting view I think it will be. Now this is a view of the front of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel. Now I've had to go across the other side of the road to film this, as the pavement across the other side of the road is too narrow. And I would like to point out this marvellous progress here. The security netting is all down, and you can see in front of me a scaffolder taking down the last remaining pieces of scaffold. And also facing bricks put in place. That's why the security netting went up. So now we have facing bricks in place, and the scaffold apparently all being taken down. A further view of the scaffolders removing their boards.
after our view of the front of this build, we now find ourselves walking along the second of the two sides. Now, like the front that we've just seen, great progress has been made here. As you can see, we now have windows virtually all along this side. Last week showed some windows still to be placed. However, now I think it's safe to say all the windows have been placed. This is a voiceover part of the video due to the arcade playing loud music.
We are at the rear now, and we can see that usual white mobile crane in operation, and also the progress of the extra stories and the roof of this build all opened up now. Everything virtually at this build all opened up. With a view of this white mobile crane and our usual view of looking from the rear to the front of this building site, I would like to close this visit down to the Sands Venue Resort Hotel.
Hello again. Now, as we walk away from the North Pier and up towards the Premier Inn site, I would like to tell you that Friday here was an absolute washout. It did not stop raining all day, and that rain continued right the way through until Saturday afternoon. So I am really lucky this morning on the Sunday to be able to bring you this Sunday review. It is a very nice morning here today. However, there is a fierce wind and also the temperature has dropped dramatically. We are now rapidly approaching our first venue, the Premier Inn, the rear of this hotel. Just cross this final road here. And now we are right in front of the rear of the build. Now, as you know, and as you've just seen, I have clips of this from just a few days ago. So I'm just going to concentrate on two items here. Just crossing the road to show you. And this is the first of the two items. This is that hoist I was telling you about. There we are, all virtually nearly completed now. and that will travel up and down all these stories here and right up to the roof. Now, what will power that? Well, this will. On the left, you will see this Stewart energy generator. Now, what I find interesting here is that it stood outside, all in that rain and everything. I found that very interesting. And here is a view of it. A quick final view, and then we will move on to the front.
Now we are at the front now of this Premier Insight, and for our next venue we just have to go a very few paces up this side of the road, and you can now see the church. Now I'm going to be very pleased in showing you this, as it's very well known that outside this church there has been a snagging area, and as showed to you on Thursday's clips, that had been attended to. So I can now walk you over that once offending area. Here we are, walking now on that special black concrete right outside the church. The first of two areas. All the barriers still remain. I'm sure they'll be collected in the very near future. So again, just to show you the church, and now I can show you the once second offending area. This one also nicely finished in that black concrete. I'm just going to turn around slowly so as you can again recognise where we are. There is the front of the Premier Inn, and to my right is the church. And of course I did forget to mention that this is known as Talbot Road. Just walking up Talbot Road, Abingdon Street is right in front of us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn round, and I'm going to take you to our next venue, which I think is a very exciting and interesting area indeed. The Deansgate area with Edward Street. A bright sunlight just hit me there. Here we are, we have arrived now. There's the barbecue shop, which is open today, as it is during the winter months on a Sunday. And well, as we start our walk up here, I am very surprised to see that in front, even on this Sunday, there are contractors at work. That just shows you how much everybody wants this to be finished. This is Sunday morning, the 27th of October 2019, and we have a team of contractors here. Hello, 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 very good morning. Very good morning to you. Very good morning. Very good morning to you. Very good morning. A very good morning to you as well. A very good morning. Thank you very much. It will.
You're doing a good job anyway.
Now this is very, very special indeed. I have an invite from the contractors to enter this area. I have a contractor with me and I can get proper views now. So we're actually in the road now where all is taking place. Now that's a seating area, isn't it?
See these white posts here, Colin?
Yep.
Anti-terrorist posts.
Anti-terrorist posts. Lovely. And that's a seating area, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a seating area.
Seating area.
Anti-terrorist post. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. Well, yes.
I'll take you out.
Yeah, this is very, very special indeed. I can show you now. There we are. These are the bases for those anti-terrorist posts. Walking all up the road now with this contractor. And here is an actual gas main, which, as you just heard the contractor say, that will be going in tomorrow. We're halfway up the street now, and again, all the bases here for the anti-terrorist posts. I don't like to use the terminology, but that's what they're called. I'm walking safely on this tarmacked road. There we are. In front is that green cafe that we see, and the newsagents next door. Just turning round to the Washington Public House, so we have now walked the whole length of this road. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn round with the contractor with me, and we are now going to turn left into Edward Street. Here we are, we've arrived at Edward Street. I'll just show you this again, the gas main. This gas main will be fitted tomorrow, that's Monday. And I can walk you now over these, what I'm going to call flagstones on this side of the road. Oh, there's bright sunlight again hitting me. I'll just show you this. This is going to slightly put back the completion of the work down Edward Street. As you can see, it's pavement work here. Crossing the road again, hit with this direct sunlight. I hope this comes over as well as it can. all the barriers there due to the extension of the pavements. This is going to slightly put back the completion of this Edward Street. Lovely flagstones to walk over. And we're now approaching the end now. Yes, we've arrived at that sign and print shop, and that shop to the left of it, which is being prepared for what I've been told is a vegetarian cafe. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this very, very special tour that I was offered in complete safety, I must add. In complete safety. I was with a very, very helpful and careful contractor. Now I'm going to walk back down Edward Street to show you everything, on the grounds that the sun was shining right into the camcorder and myself, so hopefully you can see everything on our return journey down Edward Street. And you can get the feeling of what it's going to be like when it's all finished. Trees, seating, and there is an area for parking for motorcycles. However, at the moment the contractors are not certain of where that will be, but it is shown on the plans somewhere that there is an area for parking for motorcycles. And here we are now. Now I'm just going to thank everybody for that privilege and work my way now to our next venue. We have now arrived at the Sands Venue Resort Hotel at the rear.
Hello.
I can show you the wonderful progress here. Now, as you've already seen, I have footage from here from just a couple of days ago. So I'm going to progress now from the rear to the front, as nothing would have changed from that period of time. Just a very, very quick view for you of the side of this hotel, the first side, the side closest to the Blackpool Tower. Just going to show you this as a point of interest. If you want to go to the zoo, Blackpool Transport run a number 20 service here, right outside this site here, and it will take you right the way to Blackpool Zoo. Oh dear, now I'm sorry about this, but I'm not going to be able to show you a frontal view of this site. The reason being, there's a tremendous amount of sea spray coming off that Irish Sea. So I'm just going to turn around now. Now this is the corner of that first side that we just visited, and if I turn back you may be able to see all the sea. It's now a little bit upset about something. There's an awful lot of people taking pictures of it, but however I've got this camcorder and it's all that I have, so I've got to protect it the best I can, and I don't really want to get any sea spray on it whatsoever. So from here, with a very, very congested seafront on this morning, there's lots and lots of people here, children on half term, and also it's the last week of the illuminations. From here, I would like to close the video all down and thank everybody again for viewing these videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm off home now and put everything together, upload it to YouTube, and I wish everybody a marvellous day.